It's a very exciting time, a time of celebration, and it's the only time I can ever remember doing one of these awards where we had 3 ExCEL awards in the building at the same time. The one that's on Ms. Barron's shelf. And another one that's sort of interesting that I'll show you. And that is this ExCEL award. And I want to tell you that the value of an award like this, the value of an ExCEL award many times can be expressed in terms of its longevity and the respect that it achieves in the community. The WHAS-11 ExCEL Award was created back in 1989, and I have with me today these 2 ExCELs. This ExCEL will be presented today to Kim, but this ExCEL is a prototype. This is the original design that was never presented to anybody, but it was created with the feeling that public educators do not get enough recognition in our community. And we have spent the last 24 years trying to change that, and I think we have. Last year, the Gaines Foundation recognized the ExCEL Award for Educational Innovation. The original innovator was a man by the name of Neil Kubin, who was at that time general manager of WHAS and was with me the day the Gaines Foundation presented us with that award. But this month, after a courageous battle with cancer, Neil Kubin passed away. But he gave me this original golden apple. The original ExCEL. Neil is gone, but the effort he originated to honor public school teachers is still here and still alive. We can only hope that his legacy and the effort to encourage educational leadership will continue long after we are no longer here. Now, the ExCEL Award is about excellence in the classroom and leadership in our schools. And no one embodies that ideal more than the teacher we come to honor today, Kim Slusher. She has been teaching in the Jefferson County school system since 1995, but despite her long experience, her colleagues say she is always ready to adopt new ideas, new strategies in the classroom. And as one nominator wrote, Kim's energy and enthusiasm ripples through the entire building. It inspires everyone here. She is a master teacher when it comes to identifying students' strengths and areas for potential growth. She finds and develops academic stars within her classroom. And then there is leadership. Kim is described as a fantastic role model for other teachers. She volunteers to mentor student teachers and provides guidance for teachers who are new to this school. She has also been co-director of the Kentucky Reading Project at the University of Louisville and serves on the Literacy Advisory Board for JCPS. As a colleague and a parent wrote, Kim loves each child and challenges that student to achieve academically and become a better person. It seems there is no better definition of a person, of a teacher, who is an ExCEL Award winner. And so, this is the original. But today, I bring a brand new ExCEL Award, and its name on the front is, appropriately, Kimberly Slusher. Kim. Congratulations, you are an ExCEL Award winner.
It is a pleasure for me to be here today on behalf of all the employees at LG&E KU as we honor an exceptional teacher for the positive impact she has had on the lives of her students. We at LG&E KU are committed to improving and enhancing the communities we serve, and this commitment is nowhere more evident than in the decision to support the value of educators like Ms. Slusher. We have always believed that education is the key to a brighter future and improving the quality of life for everyone. And that is why we are proud to serve again as co-sponsors of this important award with our friends at WHAS. In addition to the financial support provided by LG&E KU, we are proud of our employees' involvement in helping transform today's students into tomorrow's leaders. Because we have a passionate belief that we can make a difference in the world around us, our commitment to education and our communities is enduring. As I reviewed the letters recommending Ms. Slusher, I was struck by the characteristics of hers that each letter recognized, one that is rare and invaluable in an educator. Her colleagues praised her knowledge base, the many techniques and systems that she had learned during her years of training and instruction and teaching. Her list of professional accomplishments and achievements is staggering, and there seems no relevant board of organization in her field that she has not served upon. However, her colleagues universally emphasized that she was never satisfied with good enough, that she was constantly looking for ways to improve and immediately implementing the new information she always obtained. In short, her principal, her nominator, her colleagues, and even one of her students' parents were unanimous in their assertion that no one exemplifies the values of the ExCEL Award celebrates more than Ms. Slusher today. After reviewing her application, it is clear that they are right. She is indeed a model teacher, a true professional, and a tremendous asset to her students, her school, and her community. It gives me great pleasure to award you today with something I know you'll put to good use in the classroom, and greater pleasure to know that today you receive a small token of appreciation and deep respect you so richly deserve. Congratulations, and please come forward.
I love this. I love it. I'm gonna put it on. The ExCEL Award is a really special honor. It's a symbol of dedication, creativity, excellence, and yes, perseverance. The winners are professionals whose talent and skills would have made them successful in any career. We are so fortunate Ms. Slusher chose teaching. Jefferson County Public Schools is grateful to LG&E KU and WHAS-11 for giving us the opportunity to honor top teachers like Kim Slusher. Her colleagues say she is creative and innovative. Her energy and enthusiasm ripple through the building. She models being a lifelong learner. She is able to motivate students and adults. Whether she's teaching a class of third or fourth graders or starring in a professional development video, she is highly regarded for her patience, encouraging, and positive manner. A parent who had a child in Ms. Slusher's class said, "I have seen the growth and improvement that all parents dream for their child. My timid son is more confident and willing to take risks thanks to the unconditional love and support that Kim Slusher offers every student in her classroom." And as part of this process, observers actually visited her classroom. They said her students were engaged throughout the lesson. She not only provided many examples and visuals, but also questions. Students were engaged and motivated by hands-on activities. Her students clearly demonstrated understanding. Ms. Slusher, on behalf of the Jefferson County Public School District, I want to congratulate you on winning the ExCEL Award. I want to thank you for your dedication to teaching and for everything that you do for our district students. It is my honor to present this to you. Wonderful words.
Hello, everybody, and congratulations, Kim Slusher. It's so nice to be here. Boys and girls, you're so great today. You're behaving so well, and I'm sure that's the kind of thing Kim Slusher teaches you to do and your other teachers. I knew Ms. Slusher several years ago when she was teaching at another school when my daughter was your age in an elementary school. And people there loved her and respected her just like they do here, so she's not changed at all. So on behalf of the Board of Education, as Dr. Hargan said, my 6 colleagues on the board, I'm so glad to be here today. And they would all like to be here, but they can't be everywhere. And we talk about a lot of things. lot of variables that go into success for kids, all the things that help you do well in school. We know, however, that the most important thing is the teacher and what happens in the classroom. Kim, you have been the key ingredient to kids' success for a long time now. It's fitting that you would be honored today. What I and others have observed about you over these years is this: you are a steadying and calming influence on the kids and their parents, reassuring them along the way. You care about each child, and we know that kids have a radar for that. Kids, you know who cares about you, don't you? You can tell. You can tell that about Ms. Slusher. You hold high expectations for all students, and I know you bring laughter and fun into your classroom. Learning and being at school should be a joyful thing, and we depend on teachers at making that environment joyful. Thanks for being a teacher that exemplifies the things that are so basic for good teaching. These awards shine a light on what works and what should be our standard. Congratulations to you, Kim Slusher, for being one that is set apart for your consistent and long-term excellence. Now I get to give you an award too. Congratulations, Kim Slusher.
It is an honor and a privilege to work with you, and I do say with you because you are a partner in what we do for students at Dunn. Your deep knowledge of content and your intuitive teaching abilities, your creativity, your innovation, all those things go together to meet the individual needs of every student, and that's very powerful teaching. One parent succinctly summed up Kim's influence on her child when she shared with me in my office with tears in her eyes of gratitude. Mrs. Slusher changed Patrick's life. She went on to share that you brought mathematics to life for him, and he soared under her tutelage. Another parent, Robert Ackerman, said he would be honored for me to share a letter he wrote to me about you last year that you don't know about, and he did not know anything about her nomination to be an ExCEL Award winner. The letter reads, "Dear Mrs. Barron, I wanted to take this opportunity to send my compliments regarding Kim Slusher. My son, Sean Ackerman, was a student in her class during this last school year, 2012-13. I was formerly a teacher at the collegiate school in Manhattan, which is only to say that I know a little bit about teaching and the effort behind what I saw in Ms. Slusher's work. She is an outstanding teacher. Week after week, I saw specific, detailed feedback on Sean's homework, every page of it, and it was clear that Ms. Slusher held her students to the highest standards. I was very impressed. Furthermore, Ms. Slusher very generously hosted an event at her house for her students, and watching her interactions, it was so clear that she enjoyed the kids, just as they all clearly loved having her for a teacher. Ms. Slusher is a credit to Dunn and indeed to the teaching profession, and I'm extremely grateful for her work. Sincerely, Robert Ackerman." Kim, you inspire all of us with your passion for our profession, your commitment to your students and their families, and for the positive leadership you provide. As a token of the Dunn community's high esteem for you, I'm going to pass along to you a little perk that I enjoyed when I was an ExCEL Award winner, and that was I got a very special parking place that said ExCEL winner right up close to the school. So for the next month, that's something you can get a little spoiled by, is having a parking spot up here that is designated just for you. Also, as an ExCEL Award winner, you are going to today receive many cards and accolades and emails, and over the coming days, people will hear of this award, and you'll be getting lots of things that you will want to keep. And so in this bag right here is a special album for you on behalf of our entire Dunn community, all of our volunteers, our students, our staff, everybody. for you to keep that for the rest of your life. And 21 years from now, when you're cleaning out a closet, and you'll still display your apple proudly, but you'll find that album and you will pause and you will look through all the wonderful things that people say about you, and you will probably cry. So that's okay. So congratulations, Kim. I'm going to now turn this over to our PTA president, Betsy Johnson, who has something to share with you from the PTA.
In preparing for this presentation, I had the opportunity to talk to a lot of people who've known Ms. Slusher a lot longer than I have, and I consistently heard of her high core personal values: inclusiveness, friendliness, and kindness, to mention a few. These are reflected in her teaching and in her everyday life. Kim is welcoming and compassionate. Entering her room is always a pleasant experience. The environment is warm, nurturing, and hospitable. Kim is not only warm and welcoming, but professional and thorough in her work. In 2012, she was approached to lead a 4th and 5th grade multi-level class of accelerated learners. Once students were placed in the class, a parent meeting was held to inform the parents of the structure of the class. Mrs. Slusher was faced with an audience of highly active parents with a myriad of questions. As one of the parents in that group, I can attest that I entered the meeting with some reservations. Mrs. Slusher spent nearly an hour answering all of our questions concerning the class structure and her teaching style. Because of her professional and caring manner, by the end of the meeting, the comfort level in the room had risen considerably. Mrs. Slusher earns the respect not only of parents, but of her students. She has high expectations of each individual. Because she is so likable, her students want to perform well for her. She is one of those teachers who truly makes learning fun. Just ask any of her former students to recite the fraction rack. Another important skill is her ability to manage social situations effectively, resulting in a healthy classroom environment. This is no easy task in a classroom of 5th graders. Additionally, she challenges students to learn in a variety of ways through assigned projects. She gives students the opportunity to explore topics in depth and to put their own personal touches on assignments. I know my student truly enjoyed learning in her classroom. While Ms. Slusher has spent recent years teaching accelerated learners, she has a gift of getting through to all students. Mrs. Slusher strives to get to know each student individually. This allows her to find their strengths and interests and then cater lessons to specifically appeal to each student. As the PTA president at Dunn, it's partially my responsibility to ensure that the best interest of all of our students at our school is being met. Having caring, professional, highly competent educators like Kim makes this an easy job. She continually works to support our efforts and to reach every student. Kim, thank you for touching the lives of so many families at Dunn over the past few years. As a token of our appreciation, the PTA would like to present you with a gift. This necklace is custom made by one of our parents and has an apple charm to symbolize the ExCEL Award. Each time you wear it, be reminded of the inspiration and love that you give to our children. We hope that they will mature into adults who possess your same qualities.
I'm sure that if you were to ask 100 teachers and give a random poll why they chose teaching as a career, that the majority of them would say that they wanted to make a difference in the lives of children. Lots of them have personal stories about when they had this life-changing moment and made this decision. And certainly when we think of an ideal teacher, there are specific qualities that come to mind: sincerity, kindness, creativity, and a little bit of patience and a sense of humor go a long way too. I believe that anyone who knows Ms. Slusher or has had the opportunity to work with her would readily agree that she possesses these qualities in abundance, as well as many, many more. We continually ask students to give us evidence to support their claims and reasons when they do written work on extended response questions and short answers. Ms. Slusher has 17 years worth of evidence, and a lot of them are sitting in this room today. There is no doubt in my mind that Ms. Slusher touches and changes the lives of children each and every day. She's made a difference to her students in the past and continues to make a difference to the students that she has in her care now. One of the things that I ask my students sometimes is, if you were to leave or move away today, what lasting impression would you like to make on your friends? How would you like for them to think about you or remember you when you're not here? So today I think it's important, Kim, that you know how I and other people who know you would remember you. I want you to know that you have made a difference not only in children's lives, but in the lives of adults as well. And you've certainly made a difference in my life. Kim leads by example. You've heard that said over and over today. She models an appreciation of lifelong learning. She continually does reading and research to make sure that she finds the best way for each student. She's always willing to try new things. And she gets excited about the excitement that others show as well. She truly practices the team concept. She embraces all new ideas, no matter whose they are. And she's wonderfully reflective, and she encourages others to be as well. She is supportive and loyal, and I can honestly say that I am a much better teacher today than I was 5 years ago when I walked into this building. Largely in part of Kim and the wonderful team that I had the luxury and the privilege to work with at that time. Kim is never content to be satisfied with the status quo. She challenges herself, and she continually works towards improving and modeling for everyone else. Today, I want you to be confident in the realization that you have indeed made a difference in the lives of many. Take a moment and breathe. It's one of our favorite sayings as we celebrate you and all that you are. I have been elected to make a presentation as well from the staff and your many colleagues here, and it's my privilege to do that.
Thank you to LG&E, KU, and WHAS for honoring me with this ExCEL Award this year. The ExCEL Award is proof of how organizations like you value educators, especially teachers who are in the classroom each and every day. Thank you to Dr. Harkins, Mrs. Westland, Mrs. Barron, Mrs. Johnson, and Ms. T for your kind words, and also to Ms. Ball. Of course, she picked one of my favorite songs, but anyway. Thank you very much. When thinking about receiving this award, I am very overwhelmed and humbled and at a loss for words. And those who know me, that's pretty hard to do. I usually always have something to say. Many people go a lifetime without figuring out what they want to do or be when they are a grown-up. I've never had to struggle with that. I've always known from the time I was a little girl that I wanted to be a teacher. My childhood friend Bonnie and I used to go in the backyard and build forts out of picnic tables and blue tarps to represent our schools. The neighborhood kids were our students. We would even assign them homework, and yes, they actually brought it back. We developed a library checkout system where we cut out lined pieces of paper to represent library checkout cards and glued them in the back of our books so the neighborhood kids could check them out. I knew then being a teacher was what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. When I look back on my own school days, one of the primary images that comes to mind is my first grade teacher, Mrs. Raspberry. When I was 6 years old, I was very sick, and I was in the hospital, and she came to visit me on her own time. She brought a book that my classmates had made, each having a page wishing me to get well soon. This may seem like a small thing, but it drives home the fact that teachers have the power to impact their students' lives for a lifetime, even through the smallest acts of kindness. I'm sure that Mrs. Raspberry never dreamed that one day I would be telling that story, but it's a memory that has stayed with me. Keeping this in mind, I realized early in my teaching career that part of creating a classroom community is making sure that students understand and actively participate in being kind and respectful members of their community. My kids and I frequently watch videos, segments of how people are helping and supporting each other in a variety of ways. After we watch, we discuss the message and theme of the video, identify the specific act of kindness, and then relate how the example from the video can impact our classroom. We also discuss what it means to be a good person. We've come to the conclusion that really good people are those that do the right thing even when no one is looking. Mrs. Raspberry did not come to the hospital to be recognized or seek attention when I was a young child. She came out of the kindness of her heart to help a 6-year-old feel a little better. I share these anecdotes to remind myself that many people have played a role in helping me experience the success I have had in teaching. They say it takes a village to raise a child, and boy, did I have a village. Not only as a child, but as an adult as well. I have been fortunate in my life to be surrounded by extremely strong people. People who have taught me how to have passion about the important things in life and have reinforced how to have balance to work towards positive change both in my personal and professional life. So that being said, I would like to first and foremost give my mother a huge thank you. Who has a talent for always finding the positive, even when it's hard to find the light at the end of the tunnel. You have taught me how to find the best in everything and to persevere. And thank you to my sister, Colleen. You are one of the strongest people I know. You have taught me what strength really means and how to hold your head high. You make me very proud. And to, and to my husband, you probably had no idea what you were getting into when you said I do. But thank you for always supporting my need to find the craziest ways to teach my kids. You willingly put up with me driving to the local store at 10 o'clock at night, trying to find something to help my kids, like how to help them visually understand how to multiply and divide fractions, which is how Pop-Tart math got invented. You were always listening to my kids' stories, and I love you and can't thank you enough. To my son, Jack, you're one of the greatest joys of my life. Thank you for being patient in waiting just one more minute while I'm trying to get my schoolwork done. And to the person who nominated me, Margie Eckerly, thank you for challenging me professionally and personally. You are a great friend. And to my colleagues, past and present, thank you for taking care of kids. Thank you for being in my corner and supporting me and my sometimes outrageous ideas. I remember when I came to Dunn, I was amazed at how welcoming and nurturing people were to each other. You are an amazing group of people. All of us are good teachers, but we are better teachers because we support and nurture each other. To my students' parents, I know allowing someone else to educate your child is a huge privilege. It's also a tremendous responsibility that I take very seriously. To hand your child over to someone else can be an overwhelming feeling, and I know every child is someone else's baby, so thank you for trusting me. And finally, to my students. Over the past 17 years, I've been blessed to have so many kids in my life. My kids have taught me more about life than I ever thought possible. You inspire and motivate me to help you love learning. Watching your light bulbs go on is one of the most rewarding things a person could participate in. You have touched my life forever. And those who know me know I love children's literature, and I love quotes that are used to inspire thinking. So I leave you with a quote from my all-time favorite book called Wonder. And it says, "The best way to measure how much you've grown isn't by inches, or the number of laps you can now run around the track, or even your grade point average. Though those things are important, it's what you've done with your time, how you've chosen to spend your days, and whom you've touched this year. That, to me, is the greatest measure of success."